All right, welcome back to Western Bowl here for Baker competition team event for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. Scott Gilmore and Mark Sullivan back in the broadcast booth. Let's go through our stepladder finals here. On the girls' side, qualifying in the 4 seed is Elkhart, and they'll take on number 3 seed Terre Haute North. The winner of that match will take on the number 2 seed Griffith, and then the number 1 seed Highland awaiting the winner of that match. Now on the boys' side, in our first match, number 4 seed Warsaw will take on number 3 seed Avon. The winner will take on number 2 seed Highland. And the winner of that match will take on the number 1 seed Penn for a right to claim the team championship here at the state finals. And Mark, much different than what we saw this morning when it came to singles. This is going to be a little more chaotic from the standpoint of you're going to have 4 teams bowling simultaneously on 2 pairs of lanes, but Baker format, so much different strategy from a coaching perspective when you get into Bakers.
Yeah, big deal to get everybody paired up to where you can possibly put some clusters of strikes together. And again, the premium is going to be on fill-in frames. Once again, that's going to be the difference between the winning the team game and losing. A 2-game match, correct?
Yes,
yeah.
two-game total pin match, and some drama on the girls' side. We had a situation where you had literally 4 teams separated by 6 pins. That's the beauty of Baker bowling.
That is the best part about the team bowling. You're counting on every member of the team to get you to the next phase, for sure, the next step.
Well, and we were looking at the standings, and Heartbreak Hotel for Jasper, who shoots 117 in game number 12 and ended up missing the cut by 3 pins. And that's just how it is. I mean, you just never know. And like you said, each player will only bowl 2 frames outside of potentially the anchor, who has a chance to bowl 3 in the 10th frame, the 10th, 11th, and 12th. So, as you said, Mark, a lot of strategy involved. Who do you lead off? You know, sometimes I always felt like you put your best players in 1st and 5th, and so that way you have that 6th frame, 5th, 6th frame in the middle of the game where you can maybe try to get a couple of consecutive strikes. So, we're about to see some fast-paced action here, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast here on Savage Bowling TV. I want to thank our partners in Storm Bowling Products. Had a chance to talk to Tim Mack, the owner of Tim Mack's Victory Lane Pro Shops right here in Western Bowl, and he has another one in Woodland, and obviously Tim Mack has been associated with Storm for who knows how long, but what a great ambassador he is for the sport of bowling. And
great for the sport of bowling, for sure. Great for Indiana.
Want to thank Tim Mack for his time this morning during the singles competition. And much different, though. We'll have a stepladder, obviously, but 2-game total pin match, and we'll crown the champions before we leave the air here on Savage Bowling TV. Just a couple of minutes left here in practice, and we'll get our roster so we can go over the starting lineups for each team. But
you were talking about Jasper as a team making it here. We would have gotten a chance to see Carly Lamond again.
Yeah, she would have. She was probably the anchor bowler on that team, I would assume.
I would assume, yeah, you would think so.
And really, you get to the top of the men's side. Highland was within 63 pins, but there was a huge gap between 5th and 6th. Your 6th place team was Charlestown, and they were 135 pins out of 4th. So really, the 5th place team, quite a bit of distance. But on the girls' side, really, to be honest with you, there was only 28 pins separating 4th and 2nd. So really, really close, and that's probably why the comments from the staff and the fans here that the girls' side was really loud. Well, it's understandably why. Every shot really critical when it came down to the wire on the girls' qualifying side.
Yeah, everything came down to that last game, and there was a lot of movement there. There could have been, like you said, 4 more teams that could have gotten in there to the top 4 that didn't. So extremely tight match there. And even going back to the boys' match, Warsaw bowls 242 the last game. If they bowl 160, there's a different outcome there too, right?
Yeah, absolutely, so. Especially in that 3rd and 4th seed. Now, they were still 60 pins behind the number 2 seed, so really 3rd and 4th, you're bowling that first match regardless.
Correct.
But again, the first match here for the girls will be the Elkhart Lions taking on Terre Haute North. And on the boys' side, Warsaw will take on Avon. So, Mark, you might want to buckle your seatbelt here.
Yeah, this should be exciting and chaotic, right?
It could be a bumpy ride. I mean, that's when the pilot comes on and says, we're going to experience a little bit of turbulence. Buckle your seatbelt. And, there's no armrest for us to grip, so.
And no refreshments are going to be being served here for the next 30 minutes.
No
right?
offense, every man for himself right now. But we hope you enjoy it. We're really excited to be here. Great crowd today. Jam-packed here at Western Bowl. And looks like our helper is getting all the information that we need.
We're going to have some rosters here, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Absolutely. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's get up with the girls. Your 4-seed, the Elkhart Lions, leading off will be Sadie Woodworth. Second will be Rayanne Elizabeth Wood. Third is McKenna Snyder. Fourth is Whitney Wade. And Kyla Albright will bowl the anchor position. Now on the number 3-seed, Terre Haute North, leading off will be Aubrey Hauser. And then bowling second will be Nevaeh Compton. Third is Kelsey Torpy. Fourth is Lily Jones. And fifth will be Mary Brooks. Now on your boys' side for the number 4-seed Warsaw. Leading off will be Sawyer Darling. Bowling second will be Justin Wybrew. Third will be Logan Wagley. Fourth will be Burl Haywood. And fifth will be Nicholas Ransbottom. And now for the starting lineup for Avon. Leading off will be Anthony Goins. Second is Xander Esslinger. Bowling third is Holden Englert. Fourth is Malachi Petrie. And fifth will be Trevor Thompson. Those are your orders for both the boys and the girls. And looks like the cheers are beginning, and we'll try to give you who's bowling at a particular time. We'll do our best. Just sit back and enjoy seeing all the shots being thrown here in game number 1.
And we've got a ball game here. Elkhart opening up with a quick strike.
And that was Sadie Woodworth there with the first strike, and wash out there. We saw a lot of that on that pair, Mark, in singles.
Yeah, it seemed to be more problematic for the left lane than the right lane, but maybe that whole pair has just gotten tighter as they bowled today.
We told the kids to have fun, and we're going to bowl basically league style here. You're going to see a girl and then a guy and then a girl and then a guy, so it's going to go by really quick. Now Anthony Goins going to attempt the spare.
Made a good pass at it, just didn't quite cut it enough. Good. Oh, no. Wow.
Leaving just a 7-pin.
Oh, there's a good washout spare there for Warsaw. So they take a 10-pin advantage right off the bat.
That was Justin Wybrew with the spare there. Our first look at Nevaeh Compton.
That's our first look at a two-hander this
I like it.
team event.
Elkhart back with the strike now in the third frame. You know, and one thing that Mark, that I always felt like when I bowled for Purdue in Bakers, we wanted to get out to a fast start and actually get out in front of your opponent.
Sure.
Be a few frames ahead of them, right?
Yes.
Because then you're starting to look at the score and not really focused on what you're trying to do on the lanes.
Yeah, I mean, I still feel that way today. I always want to post the score. I'd much prefer be the guy that the team that posts that score and then let them chase you. I believe Avon's on the board with a double. Yeah.
Yeah. Warsaw here with a 4-7 conversion here. And Elkhart can double up here and take an 11-pin lead over
That's a three-bagger for
Terre Haute
Avon.
North. Yeah, off to a fast start. And that was always the important thing, is
Just what you said. Yep.
get off quick, and now we got an open frame, because anytime you can get a few frames out, now the pressure's on the other team.
Yeah, easy for them to start pressing. Even though this is the beginning of a two-game match, it's still total pinfall, so you don't want to give them away. Nice spare there. Nice spare there for Terre Haute North.
Well, right after a tough spare conversion here for Elkhart with a 5-7 in the fourth frame. And that would be Whitney Wade for the Lions. And now a 3-10 split here for Warsaw in the fourth.
Elkhart, oh, she made a great shot at it, just barely missed. Nice spare there for Warsaw.
Comes right back with a strike in the fourth there.
Wow, she made a great shot there.
That was Lily Jones for Terre Haute North.
Trevor with a clutch four-bagger.
Well, Avon out to a real quick start.
Did you say ham bone?
Well, are we allowed to say, is that trademark?
I
Does
don't
Rob
know.
Stone got a trademark on that? Going right back. Oh, Terre Haute North, the anchor bowler, coming in with a 4-6-7 split.
Couldn't take advantage of the setup strike there. Doggone it.
That was Mary Brooks for North, and now we have pretty tough spare conversion here for Elkhart. And boy, Warsaw can't get anything going right now.
Yeah, they're not doing themselves any good by leaving something they could make either. Everything's been a split so far. Big chance for Avon to jump all over them too, and they did. They took advantage of the opportunity there.
Now, you know, we can have a situation where one lane could be a little more difficult.
Oh, for
sure.
sure.
So both teams are going to have to bowl on each lane. So
yeah,
it's never over till it's over.
Exactly.
Now, if you're Warsaw, you're just wanting to keep it close to give yourself a chance if you do get to move to the other lane, if it's a lot better than the left.
Yeah, they need to rally here and kind of save this game best they can.
Terre Haute North with another 4-6-7. And out the window she goes for Avon on a 3 count.
Yeah.
Xander Esslinger, not where he wanted it.
Avon with a chance to stop the bleeding and get a clean frame here.
Oh, Elkhart looking to mark in back-to-back frames right after Terre Haute North is staring at back-to-back opens.
Good attempt there.
And as you know, Mark, pin count is going to be critical, that you get every pin possible.
Yeah.
And a critical open frame for Warsaw in the 6th.
Warsaw is definitely in the hole here big time.
That was Sawyer Darling with the whiff on the 4-pin. And Elkhart spares in the 6th.
That actually puts them in the lead. That mark there puts Elkhart in the lead in this match.
Right now, a 60-pin lead for Avon.
Good setup strike.
So now, really, if you're Warsaw looking at the Warsaw-Avon match, you're just trying to whittle away that deficit to give yourself a chance in game number 2. And Avon looking at back-to-back opens.
This is a key shot for Warsaw.
Absolutely. They can climb themselves right back in this match.
And
Comes
there
in.
again,
There's
light
the bucket.
on that lane.
Yeah.
Light on that left lane. 77 has been, it appears to have played tighter all day. Big spare.
Good spare for Elkhart. That was Rayanne Elizabeth Wood. Elkhart wearing pins representing a fallen teammate and wearing that in her honor here today at the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. Coming across, leaving the 5-8 in the 8th frame is McKenna Snyder. And now Terre Haute North looking for a double, and they get it.
That's 2 big shots.
Oh no,
for her.
That's my bad. They opened in the 8th, but sandwiched by 2 strikes, and now they have a chance to shoot 167. Elkhart is looking at a 168 pace right now, so that's a really close match. Big spare here for Elkhart, and they cover. And really a huge spare here for Warsaw.
She could cut that 20-pin deficit to 10 right here with a strike.
And Mary Brooks misses the head pin right, leaving the rail, the 1, 2, 4. And another 5-8 for Elkhart. Now on the men's side here, 159 in the 8th, 219 possible, 170 possible for Warsaw. So important for Warsaw here to fill some frames. 3 strikes wouldn't hurt here in the 10th. And he gets the first one.
That's a great shot there.
That's Nicholas Ransbottom.
So they can get to 170. Is that correct?
Now the anchor bowler for Avon, Trevor Thompson, lefty. Comes in light. Not enough to get the 10.
Is that a pocket 7-10 or just the?
Just a 10.
Just a 10, okay. Chance for a double.
Oh, and he gets it. Huge shot there.
Huge.
He can have this deficit less than 30 pins, and after the start, when you look at frames 3 through 6 for Warsaw, 3 opens, anything less than 30 pins would be big for them.
Be okay with that, I think.
Yeah, good cover. Okay. Game 1 for Terre Haute North is 144.
Chance to pick up another 10 pins on Terre Haute North.
Good finish there for Nicholas Ransbottom for Warsaw. They finished with 169. Elkhart's looking at a 166 score with a spare here in the 10th. They'll have a 22-pin lead going into game number 2. Teams will switch lanes, and she gets it.
Great spare. Trevor gets this one. They'd be up 30 pins over Warsaw. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have somebody maybe throw the fill shot for him.
Yeah. Looks like they're making a lineup change. Looks like Terre Haute North is also making one.
Yeah, they are making a lineup change here. Oh, and a strike for. He comes in cold off the bench and throws the strike for a 199. New lineup for Terre Haute North. Aubrey Hauser will lead off. Nevaeh Compton will bowl second. Kelsey Torpy third. Mary Brooks will move up to fourth. Lily Jones will take over the anchor. Looks like no changes on Elkhart.
We'll see how big of a deal Avon switching to that left lane is going to be, because that's been the problem lane all day on that pair.
That looked like Ryan Norris that came in to throw the fill ball for Avon. It'll be interesting to see if the coaching staff brings him in. 30-pin lead. Not sure that will be the case. If they do advance, you might see him throw maybe in game or match number 2. So 30-pin lead for Avon, 22-pin lead for Terre Haute North on the girls' side. Now Aubrey Hauser leading off for Terre Haute North. That's going to miss the head pin right. That's a lot of 8. 1, 2.
Anthony Goins for the first shot for Avon and broke up the split. That's a good break. It's a good shot for Elkhart here. Open the match.
So it looks like no lineup changes for Warsaw or Avon. And a tough open frame for Terre Haute North. And Elkhart makes their spare, and when you're down 22, you have to avoid the open frame, especially at the start of the game.
Yeah, that's a killer.
And a good spare there from Anthony for Avon.
Leadoff bowler starting off with a mark is always nice.
Well, you know, your leadoff is always someone that should be a spark to your team, right?
Yep,
a fiery individual, someone that can, you know, throw good shots on a regular basis so he can educate his teammates on where to go, right?
Exactly. You're trying to get information off of their shot so you can know if that lane is tighter than the right lane or vice versa. So it's huge to make a good quality shot there for the leadoff person.
And a lot of times your best player sometimes is your leadoff bowler.
Yeah, yep, for sure.
It's every bit as important as that 5-hole.
Yeah, I agree.
And a strike for Avon, and they started out on fire in game number 1, kind of cooled down there in the middle of the game, but finished strong for a 199, the highest game of all 4 teams here in match number 1. That ball needs to hook.
There's that lane again.
Yeah.
77's been tough all day.
Holden Engler there with the 1-8.
Nice shot there for Warsaw. They needed that one.
Well, if you're Elkhart right now with a 22-pin lead, you're trying to fill frames and force Terre Haute North to throw strikes.
Yeah, exactly what you're trying to do. Tough spare.
Oh, and an open frame. Back-to-back single-pin misses for Elkhart.
Let's see if Terre Haute North can take advantage of that miss.
Oh, what a shot for Warsaw. And another great shot for Mary Brooks.
Yeah, Mary rolls the ball nice. She's got a good game.
She struggled in the first game here in this 2-game match. Coaching staff moved her back into the 4th spot from the anchor.
Great shot. Way to recover.
Right now, just 11-pin deficit for Terre Haute North. And another strike for Avon after the open frame.
Malachi's got a good game, too, for Avon.
Oh, and a washout for Terre Haute North.
Big shot for Warsaw here. Can they capitalize? There's a 3-bagger.
Oh, they do.
They are back in the match.
And a double by Elkhart.
That's big, too.
They just tied the game right back up here.
Sure
and
did.
Terre Haute North staring at an open here in the 5th frame.
Trevor Thompson's back in the lineup for Avon.
Oh, great shot.
Big shot.
Ball change, too.
Ball change and a double.
I have a feeling he was probably throwing urethane in game number 1, and he switched to a reactive ball here for game number 2.
Yeah, I asked him before this match started, and he said he was in the Purple Hammer. So he's out of the urethane ball into a reactive resin. Looks like a Idol Helios.
That's why we have you in the booth. You know all that stuff better than I do.
I could be right. I could be wrong. We don't know.
Well, if we don't tell anybody, they won't know the difference.
They won't know,
right?
It's orange, so not too many of those bright orange ones. Oh, big shot for Terre Haute North.
Well, and Elkhart's got a 3-bagger right now. They could really take command of this match right here. Comes in right of the head pin. Lucky just to leave the 1-2. But Elkhart in complete control right now, Mark. They already had a 22-pin lead going into game number 2.
Yeah.
They've extended that lead.
They did a really nice job of picking up their teammates with those single-pin misses.
They're up 41 pins right now, and huge shot. Uh-oh. As Nevaeh.
Strike, so nobody hurt here yet. Spare's a spare. Tough spare there for Warsaw.
They had climbed right back in this match.
They did.
Well, when you need to mark, you don't want to shoot at the 3, 6, 9, 10.
No, that's not the one you want.
And
Great
Anthony
spare.
makes his cover.
That keeps them in the game there. That's huge. Huge spare cover. And it looks like that's not going to be a spare conversion for Terre Haute North.
Yeah, and the writing's on the wall right now for Terre Haute North. The girls are in trouble. Elkhart in control, and right now, Warsaw has the lead.
Yeah, Warsaw just
in the match overall.
Again. Yes, total pins are up.
Avon misses the head pin right. Here's a huge spare, and obviously 7 hurts the count. But here's a big shot for Warsaw.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh, Greek Church in the 9th. Huge mistake for Warsaw.
On a strike, so count is important here. He needs to get 3, if not 4.
And Elkhart with the strike. And they're going to move on
Clutch.
to match number 2 to take on Griffith. And an open frame for.
Oh, did he get 4?
He got 3.
3, okay. But that's good. Avon did give him an open frame, so I think they still maintain that lead.
175 right now. 205 total. 211 for Avon. So they're in the driver's seat right now. Just got to fill frames.
Elkhart's going to finish that one off.
If I'm Warsaw, I'm going to sit back and take my time right now. I'm not going to bowl in the 10th frame.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let these guys catch up.
That was a quality shot by Holden, too. That was a nice shot for a ring 10.
And it's great strategy by the coaching staff for Warsaw because you don't want to make Avon shots any easier.
No, you want to make them think about it.
Because right now they're forcing Avon to fill frames.
Nice.
Another great shot for Elkhart. And he misses the 10 pin.
Oh, boy.
So now down to a 190. Still, they have to make up 30 pins here. I'm still not bowling if I'm Warsaw. I am letting Avon throw the first shot here in the 9th before I consider bowling.
They've got 190 left. Yeah.
So here's Malachi Petrie here for.
Big finish for Elkhart.
Ooh, boy, he was lucky there that he knocked out the 10, just leaving the 1-2.
He had that 8 pin behind there too, I believe.
I'm going to wait till I'm surprised Warsaw's going here. I'd wait till he throws the spare. Then I want to go. Oh, great shot for Warsaw.
Oh, wow.
Elkhart Central with a huge 225 game. Oh, good spare there for Malachi. Now it's going to be up to Trevor Thompson for Avon.
Well, a great finish for Lily Jones there for Terre Haute North. She bowled really good in that match.
Elkhart wins 391 to 311. Oh, and another strike.
209, 180.
They can shoot 205. So Avon would have to have 176 at least. So right now, that strike in the 10th forces Trevor to get the first 2 in the 10th to advance. Needs good count. Oh, what a shot. What a finish for Warsaw. 205 finish.
Wow, he just stepped right up there and tried to close the door, but certainly forced Trevor's hand here to double.
What are you doing, Mark, right now if you're Trevor, thinking-wise? Just trust yourself?
Well, he's got some good feel for that pair because he did strike on the last shot on this lane.
Must have it. Oh, what a shot.
That was high flush. That one never left the pocket. He's going to need this one.
Ice in the veins for Trevor Thompson here.
Yeah, that's a big shot. Step up there and know that before you even get to shot number 2, you got to have shot number 1.
Well, Warsaw shoots 375 total. Avon must have this strike to advance. That needs to sit. Oh, and he pulls it in just a hair and leaves the 4-pin, and that's going to allow Warsaw to advance to match number 2. If he makes the spare, he'll have 369.
What a match.
6 pins. Avon will look back at that 7th and 8th frame where they just missed a couple of makeable spares. 169 finish, 368 total. So Warsaw comes from behind, down 30 after game number 1, and they'll advance to match number 2.
Big finish there with for Nicholas Ransbottom there.
He was
Warsaw.
clutch.
Yeah.
If you look, he struck every time in that game. He struck 3 times, I believe, in the first game to shoot 169.
So. Yeah.
And we talked about filling frames, getting as many pins as possible, and boy, it proved to be critical.
Case in point. Yeah, case in point. That was the difference in the match.
Yeah. All right. You feel better now? You got one match under your belt? Hey.
Yeah, it was a little bumpy.
We're doing the best we can here, folks. Hey, we hope you are enjoying watching all of the action here from the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals from Royal Penn Western Bowl in Indianapolis. You're watching it here on Savage Bowling TV. All right, welcome back here to Savage Bowling TV's presentation of the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. We're in Royal Penn Western Bowl inside the city of Indianapolis, Indiana. Scott Gilmore, Mark Sullivan in the broadcast booth, and Chad Lester, our producer-director. And, you know, I really need to start saying Indiana Bowling Hall of Fame member and PBA 50 star. I got to get this right. That's just not just Mark Sullivan.
I don't think it could be PBA 50 star till you win.
Well,
and I haven't got a W
Mark,
yet.
last week he was calling me an engineer, and he's dropped that.
Yeah.
Today.
Well, he said he didn't go to school for that, so I can't. He's no qualifications.
I see. Although he's doing everything that an engineer would do. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a statistician and security apparently.
Apparently, you've been upgraded.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill Story.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're waiting on lineup here for the girls of Griffith. And while we wait on that, let's give you the lineup for the Highland boys. Leading off will be Todd Alt. Bowling second will be Jack Galosi. Third, David Price. Fourth, Connor Pishner. And fifth, Trevor Jacobs. And now your lineup for the girls of Griffith, leading off Alicia Martinez. Bowling second, Mackenzie Flores. Third, Courtney K. Adams. Fourth, Allison Lawson, excuse me. And bowling fifth is Robin Edwards. I was almost getting in that. I don't know if you've seen the skit they have on, you could get it on YouTube, but where the guy calls Aaron's Aaron. And
Yeah.
you know, so now you're always worried, is there another pronunciation for a name? But if those that know me, I'm a stickler for getting name rights. Name right. So I had to go down and said, hey, Jack, how do you pronounce that last name?
Yeah.
I should have asked Connor how he pronounces his just to make sure, but
I think you're safe with Pishner. I got to believe that's right.
Yeah, I agree. I like your way of thinking, Mark. Again, want to thank you for watching here on Savage Bowling TV.
Tell you what, the last match of the boys, Warsaw and Avon, could not have been any better of a match, any closer of a match. Came right down to the final shot.
Yeah, the singles portion of the state finals didn't disappoint, and so far we've had some really exciting bowling here in the first match of the team portion of the state finals. And now your 4-seed Warsaw will take on number 2-seed Highland. And the girls' side, the 4-seed Elkhart Lions will take on the 2-seed Griffith.
See if we're going to see a team run the ladder like Enrique did for the singles match when he ran the ladder earlier.
I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us in the chat. We got to clear out the girls' scores here from practice.
Looks like Warsaw boys ready to go.
And leading off for Warsaw will be Sawyer Darling, and he leaves a 3-pin. And now the Highland men will start off with Todd Alt leading off. Oh, he throws a great shot.
Yeah, that's a nice looking game there. He struck almost every ball in practice too. They all look just like that.
Now bowling second for Highland, Jack Golosi. And he was really appreciative of me going down there and asking him how to pronounce his last name. I'm like, hey, man, that's broadcasting 101. Yeah. You got to know how to pronounce the names. And here's Jack, two-hander. Oh, Greek Church. Not what he was looking for his first shot. And right after him, Justin Wybrew splits. And now here comes Alicia Martinez for Griffith. Needs to hook, comes in light, missing the head pin. 1-2-4. taking 2 off the Greek Church. And now another open for Warsaw. So each team opening here in the second, and it's all tied after 2, 24 apiece. And there's a good start for Griffith.
Nice to get that first mark again for the opening frame.
And that was David Price with the strike for.
Wow. Nice shot for Logan Wegley there. Soft 10.
Open frame for Warsaw in the third. Back-to-back opens.
That's how they started the first match. First game was a lot of opens there early in the match.
Well, they're leaning a lot on Nicholas Ransbottom here, their anchor bowler. He's come through for them twice. And an open frame for
there's the setup shot for Warsaw. Let's see if they can hand it off to Nicholas Ransbottom and do what he's done all match.
Now the anchor bowler, our first look at Trevor Jacobs. Four-pin. Great spare there for Elkhart. And that's going to be critical, Mark, just filling frames, forcing your opponent to do the same. And it's been tough for teams to fill frames. We've had a lot of open frames. And the first chink in the armor here for Nicholas Ransbottom in Warsaw.
I don't think anybody has gone from the right lane to the left lane and not been liked their first shot.
Now, if I'm Warsaw, I'm okay finishing on the right lane. You just did that the previous match. Kind of surprised that Highland didn't maybe reverse that a little bit and start on the left.
Yeah, I am too. This could be a big spare here because no loss on count if he gets it, which he did not.
He only gets 2.
A lot of count lost there on that strike.
Elkhart now with a 10-pin in the fourth.
Great shot.
3 marks and 3 frames for Griffith, and that's huge.
Yeah.
Three-pin there for Warsaw. 75-76 the lanes we're using for the girls.
Oh, man.
77 and 78 for the boys, and an open frame for Elkhart. Boy, the single pin misses are killer.
They were staying in the match with the spares. Tough spare here for Griffith. Nice cover.
Well, they've got 4 frames, 4 marks, and that's going to be what it takes to advance in this. Strikes are kind of tough to come by, but boy, spares are not.
Yeah, we've been saying that all day. That's going to be the difference, and it certainly is, appears.
Big strike there in frame 7. That was Jack Galosi making up for his Greek Church in the second.
Good shot.
You know, I mentioned earlier the tribute by Elkhart, and I had a parent come up to me and give me a little bit more information, but the girls are wearing buttons to represent Brianna Papette, a youth bowler in their city that unfortunately passed away in a car accident just before Christmas, so they're honoring Brianna, and want to definitely send our condolences out to her family, and sure. What a great honor here for Elkhart to be able to make the state finals in the stepladder and do Brianna proud. So great story there for Elkhart.
Big shot here for Warsaw. We could right the ship again here with a couple strikes.
Oh,
Good
comes
shot.
in high with a 4-6-10. And both Elkhart and Warsaw, no lineup changes coming into this second match here. 4 teams advanced into our stepladder finals from each side. And we got a strike there from Highland. Now Warsaw. And we got a spare in the 8th. So right now we have about a 12-pin lead for Warsaw. They can cut it to 2 here with the strike. Can Highland?
Big shot.
And they do.
Big shot.
Great shot there from Trevor Jacobs, the anchor bowler for Highland. And a flat 10 here in the 9th for Warsaw.
Warsaw's bowled a better game than their score reflects. They've hit the pocket a lot. There have been a couple of ring 10s in there, and a great shot there for a flat 10.
Trevor Jacobs with another strike in the 10th. And now Elkhart staring at a 1-2-4 spare, and then disaster strikes for Warsaw. 10-pin miss.
Did not need that.
By Burl Haywood for Warsaw.
Elkhart needs a spare here in the worst way.
And leaving the 1-8 and an open frame for Elkhart. And Nicholas Ransbottom coming in a little high, leaving the 6-10. And now Highland had a chance to.
Oh, wow.
And then he gets a 6-count fill. That's not what you want, but a good first 2 frames, though, for the anchor bowler, Trevor Jacobs.
159.
And that's going to be enough, Mark, to have a lead.
Yeah, they're going to be up 10 pins plus, closer to 16.
Well, you know, 78, 7, and 78 have been tricky. They were tricky in the singles portion, but you also have one. It shows you why Baker is the true team concept. Every player has to contribute, right?
Yep.
And you have a little bit of nerves. Not only are you bowling for a state title, but you're also bowling on TV.
Yep.
And nerves do come into play.
Yeah, you got your family and all your friends and all your fellow students here cheering you on. Absolutely, it's a lot of pressure.
142 finish for Warsaw, so a 17-pin lead going into game number 2 for Highland.
That was a way better game than 142, I can tell you that. There were a lot of shots in the pocket that could have struck for Warsaw.
And we're going to have an open frame now in the 8th for Griffith. And they got off to a really good start. 4 frames, 4 marks. Now they've had 3 opens in the last 4 frames.
And Elkhart can step up here and take a nice lead in this match. And it looks like they're going to wait it out here. They're going to let Griffith go ahead. Bowl the 9th frame.
Oh, the boys are going to flip-flop lanes here. And bowl game number 2. 2-game total pin match and a great shot there from Elkhart. 9-pin lead for Griffith. Big spare here for their number 4 bowler, Allison Lawson.
Wow. Horrible break.
Needs to, oh, she gets it. So now Elkhart can take a 1-pin lead here with the first strike in the 10th. And it's up to their anchor bowler, Kyla Albright.
Todd Alt just made another great shot on the problem lane 77, and he pocket 7-10s. So not only does he not get a strike, he can't even, he's probably not going to get the spare. Sure enough, 9 out on a great shot.
Not what he was looking for, but he could still give some valuable information to his teammates.
Correct.
Comes in light. Oh!
Justin Wybrew with a good shot. 10-pin.
Tough break there for Elkhart. The 3-5.
Oh, big shot. Big shot.
Excuse me, that's the 5-6. My bad. They're on 75 for Elkhart.
Big spare.
Oh, gets it. What a spare.
Let's see if that ends up making a difference at the end of the match here.
Here's a big shot, really, for Griffith's anchor bowler, Robin Edwards. She gets the first one, but she can take. They can end up getting out of here with a near 20-pin lead. 170 is max score for Griffith, 151 for Elkhart.
Looks like the boys have slowed the pace down just a little bit. Good shot.
Oh, great shot. And they're fired up too. Ooh. And a 5-7 finish. 149 for Elkhart. So with a strike here, and Griffith could take a 21-pin lead.
Solid 9 for Highland. On a strike.
No luck so far this game for Highland.
Pocket 7-10 strike and a solid 9. So.
You got a strike sandwich there with no bun.
Yep.
Per se. And a 210 finish there. 168. So a 19-pin lead as well. 17-pin lead for Highland after game 1. 19-pin lead for Griffith after game 1. So Warsaw down 2 in this game. They got to throw some strikes.
See if Highland can get another strike on the board here.
Oh,
another
beautiful
great
shot. You do that, and you're going to give Warsaw trouble getting back in this game unless they throw a bunch of strikes in a row, and that'll get them started there. Burl Haywood with a strike in the 4th. They're only down 19 total. Oh, back-to-back strikes. And Trevor Jacobs has been huge for Highland.
Let's see if Nicholas Ramsbottom can keep the momentum going on the right lane like he did last match. And he did.
Boy,
huge double to stay in the game.
Yeah, the anchor bowler is just going toe-to-toe right now for each respective team.
17 and 19.
Ball's way, way right.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of count loss on a double.
And unfortunately, the worst shot of the day for Todd Alt. And that, like you said, Mark, that really hurts pin count.
And Warsaw made a great shot and left a soft 7 there on 78. Can he make it? No, he didn't. Opens the door.
Big, big miss. Now a big spare now for Todd Alt.
Sadie has been done a really good job from that one spot.
Oh.
Huge cover.
And that'll give
Todd Alt.
That'll give Highlands lead. It'll make it even bigger. And a good cover there for Griffith.
Very good spare.
Yeah, Alicia Martinez has been solid for Griffith in that leadoff hole.
He sure has.
Strike, though, for Elkhart. They're down 19 here heading into game number 2. 2-game total pin match determines who advances into the championship match.
Good shot.
Oh, split for Warsaw and a most inopportune time in the 8th frame. They were down 17 going in, and now they're down 24, and it looks like it's going to be even more after what looks like an open frame in frame 8. Oh, and Griffith opens tough there for Mackenzie Flores.
Big spare here for Elkhart to stay ahead in the match.
Oh, and Elkhart opens right back in the 2nd.
And a loss of count. Price up now for Highland. It's a big shot.
Oh, right through the face, 6-count split.
That certainly gives Warsaw life again.
Week 7 there for Elkhart. That was Courtney K. Adams for the Lions.
Price is giving it a run.
Well, he gets 2 out. That's the important part.
Yep.
They got a 7-pin lead in this game and
Yes.
gives them a 24-pin lead overall. Oh, and an open frame for Elkhart.
Warsaw's going to have to strike out. That's their only opportunity now. They can't get there with any other way.
And they're going to have some help.
Yeah. Burl Haywood steps up and did his job.
Now, Highland. Oh, great shot from Connor Pishner. He's been solid.
Yes, he has.
Struck both times in his game. And a pocket 7-10. A little high through the face, but nonetheless, a 7-10. And there's Nicholas Ransbottom with a big shot here. So now Trevor Jacobs, the anchor bowler for Highland, can step up and close this match out.
The mark is going to do it.
And a strike even better, and Highland will advance. Boy, the anchor bowlers have been stellar for both teams.
Both teams, right. Trevor Jacobs and Nicholas Ransbottom both played very nice today for their team.
Disappointing finish for Warsaw, but Nicholas Ransbottom really bowled well for Warsaw. But so far as the Trevor Jacobs story, he has been solid for Highland.
I guess we know why they put him in the 5 spot, right?
Absolutely.
That was clutch.
Well, if you're going to throw a bunch of strikes, I guess we'll just put you in the anchor spot.
Yeah, you get to bowl more frames that way, too.
All right, now we focus on the girls. Griffith with 46 in the 4th. Unfortunately, Elkhart has 42. They're down 4 in the game, 23 overall, but anything can happen.
Boy, Trevor Jacobs, what a performance there.
195 for Highland.
We do not bowl next Saturday.
176 finish for Warsaw for a 316 total, but Highland with 354 will advance to the title match here on the boys' side. Now we're just finding out who will bowl in the championship match for the girls. Will it be Elkhart? Will it be Griffith? Right now, advantage Griffith. Alicia Martinez now with a 3-6-10, but Elkhart, they are on the train you don't want to be on. That's the open train, but that'll end that with a strike there in the 6th.
That's what you're asking out of your leadoff bowler, to get up there and get something started, and she sure did. See if Martinez can cover the spare.
And she does. Good one.
Nice.
So now it's really important that Elkhart strings some strikes. And now it goes to Rayanne Elizabeth Wood, and it's up to her after 4 consecutive opens.
Highland with a 34-pin lead in the overall match. But but Elkhart can cut it to 24 with the strike here.
And now Flores. Ooh. The old 5-6.
Elkhart, that looks good.
Comes across head pin, leaving just the 2-pin for Elkhart. Now Griffith, the pressure back on Mackenzie Flores. And if I would have been Elkhart, I might have waited. Just, you know, a little gamesmanship. I might have waited just to have her shoot this spare.
Not an easy spare, to say the least.
And she
Good
opens, because that would have maybe relaxed the arm swing a little bit more for Elkhart.
Yeah, for sure.
That's got to slide.
Oh, and it doesn't.
Another open frame, and Elkhart right now, they just can't seem to mark.
Yeah, that's 5 out of 7 opens this game.
They're down 14 in the game right now, but they're down 33 overall. Still, the way teams are opening here, if you can string some spares, you might have a chance to climb your way back in if you're Elkhart. Now Griffith back up. Good looking shot here.
Wow,
hooks through the nose a little bit there for Griffith. That was Courtney K. Adams.
Oh, wow, that was buried, and she left a solid
7-pin. That was McKenna Snyder with the solid 7. A couple of left-handers bowling back-to-back for. You don't see a lot of left-handed girls. Kind of nice to see. Of course, Kylie Trexler, one of the most well-known left-handed girl bowlers here in the state of Indiana. Oh, my
Scott,
goodness.
like you say, just a mark on the board.
Boy, this is an absolute huge spare.
She got it.
And she gets it. Because right there, Mark, is 11 pins you make up, essentially.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Now they're only down 21. 2 frames to go. Big shot here for Griffith. Allison Lawson. Oh, beauty.
Right when they needed it.
Oh, that was a great shot.
It was.
Must strike here
Can
for
she match
Elkhart.
it? And she does.
Oh, and she gets it.
Okay.
Whitney Wade with a huge strike in the night. It's not over yet. Now.
So Elkhart can finish with 159 max score.
141 pace
for
Griffith. Remember, it's a 19-pin lead. That would be 18 right there. So big strikes for both teams, though, when it comes to pin count on the first ball.
Yeah.
And now, good move here by Griffith, I think.
Yeah, let Elkhart post it.
They have more pressure on them. They're behind. Oh, a Brooklyn strike. Wow, now Robin Edwards, the anchor player for Griffith. Now the pressure goes to her after Kyla Albright strikes in the first ball in the 10th. And then you're thinking of all these 9-pin misses for Elkhart looming large here in this game. Now Robin Edwards, anchor player for Griffith, stepping up here, first ball in the 10th. Just needs to mark. Oh, and that's the mark you want. Man,
wow.
That's how you do it.
A
lot of moxie right there from Robin Edwards.
That's 2 great shots this game for her. She struck on both of her shots. That's why you put them there.
Absolutely.
Very impressive.
And that will advance Griffith to the title match. Number 2 versus number 1 on both the boys and the girls. And here's an amazing thing to think about. Highland is represented in the title match on both the boys and the girls.
Yeah, that is impressive.
It could be a Highland sweep potentially. Another great shot, but Griffith and Penn are going to have something to say about it. So your title matches, number 1 seed Penn will take on Highland on the boys' side, and the number 1 seed Highland will take on Griffith on the girls' side. We'll have your title match here on Savage Bowling TV after this short timeout. All right, welcome back here on Savage Bowling TV. We're in Western Bowl, Indianapolis, Indiana, the location for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals. I'm Scott Gilmore. Joining me again, once again, is Indiana Hall of Famer Mark Sullivan. And Mark, man, we've had some pretty exciting games so far.
This has been a great day for high school bowling in Indiana, no doubt about it. Seen a lot of talent on display. Seen a lot of young bowlers, young athletes get up there and make shots to help their team win or help themselves win, like it was in the singles matches earlier. A lot of good action today. A lot of good bowling.
Well, the interesting thing too is we caught towards the tail end of the previous matches is Highland has both a representative in the girls and the boys, so they could have a sweep here. The other cool storyline on the girls' side is they're going to face Griffith, who's from the same conference as
Right.
Highland.
Right.
And both coaches said at the beginning of the season their goal was to bowl one another for a state title, and here they are today making it happen. So a
Very
lot
cool.
of drama here, and should be very exciting. And we'll go over the orders here for the Highland girls. Leading off will be Ashlyn Trombetta, bowling second. Anna Holland third. Scarlett Labuda fourth. Ella Klapkowski, and the anchor bowler Samantha Grace Smolin. For the Highland the Penn boys, leading off will be Nathan Brazeau. Bowling second, Aiden McGinnis. Third, Alex Barong. Bowling fourth, Gavin Zepnicki. And fifth, Nicholas Adams. And then that are your bowling order for both the new teams arriving. Griffith and Highland on the, Highland on the boys and Griffith on the girls will stick to their original orders. That's Alt, Galosi, Price, Pishner, and Jacobs for Highland boys, and the Griffith girls are Martinez, Flores, Kay Adams, Lawson, and Edwards. And boy, Mark, at the end of that previous match, Lawson and Edwards for Griffith really bowled well to finish that game out.
It was impressive. They showed up, and we found out why they put those guys in the spots too. I thought it was interesting. Penn's head coach came over and said, "I'm not changing my lineup," and he was exuding a lot of confidence there with that statement.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure these are the guys that got him here, and he's like,
Absolutely.
"Listen, I'm confident."
Yeah.
That's a sign of confidence. They led this tournament. They were the number one seed. They shot 23.65 in qualifying, so
Yeah.
they led the field by 63 pins.
That's consistent bowling all day, all 12 games. That's getting it done.
Well, folks, sit back and get ready for title matches on both the girls and boys. And before we leave the air, we'll have trophy presentations. Mark and I will get down on the lanes and interview both the winning girls team and the boys. Will it be a Highland sweep? Well, I'm sure the girls of Griffith and the men of Penn have something to say about it.
Should be great matches.
First shot for Alt comes in high. And remember, the key for the guys is that left lane. Those that have been able to master the left lane, Mark, have advanced. Warsaw did it in the first match we had, and then obviously Highland figured it out in match number 2.
Yeah, what's interesting is everyone's been coming up light on that lane. So for Alt, he's already gotten 2 shots on that lane. But it just goes to show you that lane could be changing as we speak. There's more balls going down there, more traffic, and it's very possible that lane now is transitioning again.
All right, we're going to have some open frames here across the board. No easy spare on lane 78, the 2-9 or 3-9. Another open frame.
We could have 4 open frames to start this match.
A little nerves, you would imagine, starting out.
I would say so.
Maybe the biggest match of each of these players' lives right here. So much at stake. Your name and accomplishment in the record book forever. Great shot there.
There's a mark
from Highland. Great shot there from Anna Holland. And Mackenzie Flores leaving a 10-pin here. And now McGinnis here for pin, working on an open frame.
Looks like a urethane ball to me. Looks like maybe a purple hammer. Pretty dull.
Well, you know, again, like we said earlier, nerves are going to play a big factor right here.
A couple of spares. Oh, good shot there for Highland girls.
And a spare for McGinnis. And pin.
Tied after 2, the boys match.
I believe Penn is up in that northern part of the state, up near Elkhart, I believe.
I think you're right.
How cool is it, though, for Highland and Griffith from the same conference? They bowl together all season. And here they are going toe-to-toe, head-to-head for a state title. And a Brooklyn strike for Penn. That's Alex Barong.
Good spare for the Highland girl team. And a Brooklyn right back.
Absolutely, that's a double now for Highland. Got a 10-pin lead.
Can Penn put a double together here?
They cannot. Now a 10-pin lead for Highland.
We'll see if Trevor can step up and do what he's done all day.
Now, yeah, Lawson here on the left lane. She leaves just the 2. And Jacobs has been solid all day long for Highland. Can he do it again?
And he's one of the few, he
solid
did a great
10.
shot. He's one of the few players we've seen lined up apparently on both lanes. He didn't seem to have too much trouble from one to the other.
Oh, chop spare.
Tough chop.
In the 4th for Gavin Zepnicki. Good spare there for Highland. Now Griffith.
Good spare. Nice close match there after 4 frames between Griffith and Highland girls.
2-pin difference. 2-game total pins will decide our state champions.
Penn trying to recover. Looks like another purple hammer. That's a good shot.
And Nicholas Adams lets him know about it. Trying to fire up his team. Now, Robin Edwards here for Griffith, the anchor bowler. She's been solid all day as well.
She sure has.
And
Wow,
she
what a
comes
nice
through
game.
again.
Man.
They got quite the cheers now.
Yeah.
They're all organized. even the kids in the back watching, the parents, they know what's going on. We didn't do those kind of things in college, did we, Chad? We just kind of threw shots and.
It was all the women.
Yeah.
That did the cheers. But now everybody does it.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
good.
can see the enthusiasm.
Now, Alicia Martinez.
It's a tough spare leave. On a strike, no loss of count. Opportunity for the Highland girl team to get up here. And
now in a bucket.
6 count on a spare. That's tough.
Yeah, the 5 count for Griffith's not as painful on the strike.
Right.
Oh, and a solid 10.
Wow, that was a great shot.
On a strike for
Penn. On a strike.
Penn,
correct.
yeah.
Could have turned that into a double.
They're down 18 right now after that open frame in the 4th. Highland looking to keep it clean. Yes, they do. Opened in the 1st, but they've run off 5 consecutive marks.
Big spare here for the Highland girls team.
Oh,
Chop
an
that
open
tough
frame.
spare. That bucket is so hard.
Now, Mackenzie Flores.
Looks like a good shot for McKenzie.
Oh, solid 7. What a terrible break.
Horrible. We got a 4-pin match here between the girls team.
Real close.
Highland
Guys,
with the lead.
yeah, 18-pin lead for Highland right now in the 7th.
Ah, great shot.
4-pin. Now McGinnis. Love to get back on the strike train here. Comes in high. He's fortunate to leave just the 6. And an open frame for Flores and Griffith. And another open frame for Highland.
Top spare.
Just when Highland gives Griffith a chance, Griffith gives Highland a chance, and now still 4-pin lead for Highland. And now Courtney Adams.
Courtney's been close all day, too. She's been right around the pocket.
Oh. Woo! Just enough of the 4-pin there for Highland. And a good cover for McGinnis and Penn. Penn needing to get a couple of strikes put together here.
Oh, big shot. Big shot for the Highland girls team. See if Courtney K. Adams can run the 4-pin down here.
And she does.
She does. Klapkowski for Highland. That's 3 shots in a row for the Highland team light on that lane. 3 out of 4.
Oh, Greek Church 4-pin in the 8th.
Dreaded big tonk.
Oh, and
great
a
shot.
huge strike in the 8th. Both for Griffith and Highland.
They were kind of in sync on that celebration, weren't they?
Yeah, Griffith in the 9th frame with a big strike to set up Robin Edwards, who's been clutch for Griffith.
Has.
Frames go by so fast. Good work there, though, by Penn. Get 3.
Yep, does what he's supposed to do there.
Get as many as you can.
Pitchner's been good all day, too.
Comes in high, 6-10.
Fortunate to just leave 2.
Oh, and a flat
shot.
10 there for the anchor bowler of Highland, Samantha Smolin. 9th frame there for Gavin Zepnicki, the lefty for Penn. Comes in missing the head pin left, leaving the 1-3-6. Pin count, not an easy spare, and an open frame for Highland. Oh, and Robin Edwards misses a head pin right. That's unusual for her.
I haven't seen that all day, have we?
No, we haven't. This just shows you what's at stake here.
Wow. Smolin with a missed opportunity there.
Zepnicki here with the spare.
Big spare there for Zepnicki.
They needed that, Mark.
Yeah, that was huge there. That keeps them close.
They have a chance to shoot 169. Trevor Jacobs with, oh come on, 10-pin.
Another great shot, though.
Yeah, make
Trevor
a mark here.
Yeah, Trevor shows up in the 10th and hits the pocket and struck most of the shots.
Now Robin Edwards with a big spare. Oh, and she opens in the 10th. 143 finish for Griffith. .147 for Highland. Now the Highland boys are going to have a lead. Oh, and Trevor Jacobs misses the spare. Wow. Huge miss. Now important here for Nicholas Adams to make this spare here.
And count.
On the
keeps him within 5 pins.
2-4-5 here. They can really cut into the deficit here. Back-to-back easy spares miss for Highland. Really a blown opportunity for Highland to have a bigger lead.
Sure, yeah, they're going to be 13 pins.
Strike here would keep it to or would get it to just a 13-pin deficit for Penn, and you have to feel like after that start, Mark, that's a win in itself.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, because I was expecting I expect Highland to run away with that there. And to be only down 13, yeah, Penn's got to be jumping off their seat.
To feel like, boy, we're right back in this game. This could have been an easy 30, 40 pin deficit for Penn. The number 1 seed here on the boys' side in trouble. Now Adams looking to cut the deficit.
Nicholas needs to get lined up here. He needs to hit one. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. Now let that carry over to the next pair.
Well, only a 13-pin deficit.
Let's see if Martinez can get started here.
That's a small victory for Penn.
For sure.
Now Griffith, now Martinez with a 4-7. Now Trombetta. Highland looking to sweep both the boys and the girls state titles here at Western Bowl. Scott Gilmore and Mark Sullivan in the broadcast booth here on Savage Bowling TV. Want to thank our partner Storm Products, Storm Bowling Products, for their contributions to making this broadcast possible and support of the Indiana High School bowling. Now Trombetta with a spare.
Yeah.
Now Highland increases that lead. It was 4, now it's 15. Now Flores. Missing right. Men taking their time here. The girls off to a little fast start.
Good shot. A little high.
Boy, if you're Highland, just fill frames and force Griffith to make something happen.
Yeah, that's it. Keep the pressure on them.
Now Brazeau here for Penn. Trailing by 13. Comes in high.
I'd say that left lane's definitely getting, now it looks like it's going the other way and starting to hook a little bit more.
Well, it's had the pattern stripped and rerun 3 times now. What is that going to do?
Yeah.
Is that going to make things a little bit maybe even more so tight?
I believe they're going to get tighter as they continue to run and recondition lanes. Typically, that's what we see. We see them get a little tighter, particularly down lane.
Yeah, Highland now with back-to-back spares and back-to-back opens for Griffith. They're now down 25. Good spare there for Penn.
With a good spare there. Tough spare, 3-6.
I like saying Zepnicki. I like it.
Yeah.
Zepnicki. Just sounds like a good bowler. And he is.
Yes, he is.
Great shot there for
Adams.
Yeah.
Courtney
Adams. Just what the doctor ordered for Griffith. Oh! But Scarlett Labuda answers right back.
She made a great shot on her last game there on her second attempt. Just like that.
Now, if you're Highland on the boys' side, you don't want to fall too many frames behind here. Oh, and an open frame for Galosi.
Big shot.
Boy, I'm telling you, Lawson has been tough for Griffith.
Yeah, she sure has.
And back-to-back strikes, so they answer right back. Highland and Griffith going toe-to-toe here.
A little different game here than the first one.
All right, now.
Smolin with an opportunity for a 3-bagger.
Can they go the turkey? She comes in light, fortunate to leave just the 2-8.
Let's see if Robin Edwards can get back on the strike train.
Now, another open frame for Highland.
Oh, and she does.
It's not over yet. Now the pressure back on Martinez, the leadoff player for Griffith. Can she come through? Spare there for Penn. Now Penn clawing their
Big
way back into it. They take the lead.
Thanks to a couple open frames from the
Oh,
Highland
and a
boys.
strike there for Highland.
Yeah.
They're down. They went from up 13 to down 12. Now Martinez needs to hook.
Oh,
Oh, wow. The bucket +1.
it's not going to be an easy one.
Oh, that's my guy, Zepnicki, with the strike in the
Oh.
fourth. Now Highland. Oh, disaster.
Wow.
4, 6, 10.
That
Just
right lane, just, it may be the fact that they're coming off that left lane that could have still been tighter. And
the right lane a little drier and it's hooking more than they're
yeah,
anticipating.
I think Pishner liked that shot from here. It looked like he was happy with it.
Martinez with an open in the 6. They got 100 in the 6. Just 2 pins here for.
Two's good. Oh, she'd give it
Yeah,
a shot.
that's good. That's all right. Now they got 112. They got a 12-pin lead in the game, and they got a 16-pin lead in the match. All right, 2 out for Highland, but they are struggling. Can Trevor Jacobs right the ship for the boys?
Nicholas Adams needs to make this spare to keep them clean for the game.
Oh, open frame. The door still remains slightly ajar for the Highland boys. Oh, and an
Flores.
open frame for Flores. Now Highland girls, they just need to fill frames.
Yep.
And they do. Solid high pocket 4 for Trevor. He liked it off his hand. They can mark here. They'd only be down 25 in the game.
Oh, Brazeau with a big shot there. He's trying to get the team fired up. He's saying, I got it started here, boys. Let's do it.
Griffith now, they must strike on the girls' side. And Adams comes in high with the 6-10. So now McGinnis, a big shot here for Penn.
Turn this into a double from Penn.
Needs to hook. 1, 2, 4. Now right now, Mark, 13-pin lead for Highland. With a strike here, they would have 63 in the 5th. They'd be down 25. You add that 13, it's only a 12-pin game.
Right. It's still, we still got a match here. Need to spare here.
Well, Adams marks, but they are in huge trouble.
They're in trouble.
On the girls' side now. Klapkowski here for Highland. If she strikes here, this would seal the deal.
Allison's been
Comes
clutch.
in. Oh, the late trip of the 7.
Todd Alt gets up and tries to get his team fired up. Good spare by McGinnis.
The
See if
Highland
Allison-
girls are going to defeat the Griffin girls for the state title. Now it's up to the boys. Can the Highland boys deliver and sweep the state titles here at Western Bowl?
They're in trouble. It looks like Penn's going to let Highland go ahead and go here for the boys.
Highland can cut it to 2, Mark, with a strike here in the 7th. Oh, what a shot. Some moxie there from David Price.
Got that
and now
right.
Barong with a lot of pressure on his shoulders here in the 8th for Penn. The girls' match has been decided. Highland defeats Griffith.
Oh,
a
Barong
big
steps
shot.
up.
Now it's up to the men. With the lead that Highland had, 13 going into this, they could take a 2-pin lead in the match. That needs to hook.
Oh,
And he runs it out.
I think the 9 pin's in concussion protocol.
Let me check. Did the door just open? No, he's still inside, folks. He was running it out, though. Now 9th frame here for both teams. Zepnicki, he's been
Your
clutch.
guy.
He's been clutch all night. That needs to hook. That lane just does not finish like the
No,
right.
no.
And now
Pishner with an opportunity to get his team through.
Connor Pishner, set up.
Oh!
What a finish here from Highland.
That's pretty cool. Connor just walked that thing back like he does it every day. No big deal, just another strike for the title.
Now, you put the ball in the hands of your anchor bowler, Trevor Jacobs. Good spare there from Zepnicki. I know why I like him. He's left-handed.
Of course.
Lefties got to stick together. Now, Trevor Jacobs with a strike here can end it. He's going to take his time here.
Take a time.
Max score 198 for Penn. 213 max score for. So a mark will end it for Highland.
Trevor's had that lane all day, and he does it again.
And that's it! It's a sweep!
Wow.
It's a sweep here in Western Bowl, the Highland boys.
What a clutch shot.
You talk about 5 great shots when you need it.
Yeah, they were all flush.
3 out of 5 opens in the first 5 frames and 5 consecutive strikes.
Yep.
And it's all been set up by the anchor bowler, Trevor Jacobs.
Yeah, Todd Alt got the string going there. He showed up in the 6th frame and got his guys fired up. They finished it off. Wow.
What a day for the School of Highland.
No kidding. What a great day for Indiana High School bowling, Scott.
You called it, Mark.
Nice. Way to finish.
.347 to .310, the Highland girls defeat Griffith.
Trevor Jacobs taking a victory lap there.
371.
Well deserved.
Total score for the Highland boys. And a clean sweep here at the 2023 Indiana High School Bowling State Finals from Western Bowl.
The coach came up to us before this match and she said this was our goal all along. Well, mission accomplished.
Absolutely. You
Good
couldn't
job.
end a season any better.
No, that's a dream season right there.
What a great day for the Penn boys and the Griffith girls.
Absolutely.
Runner-up, nothing to be ashamed of. Obviously,
nope.
You always come here to win, but what a season for both of those teams as well.
Yeah, that's what you're asking for. You just want to give yourself an opportunity to win, and a lot of teams would trade places with Griffith and Penn right now, but congratulations to the Highland High School team.
All right, a sweep from the Highland girls and boys. On the girls' side, the Highland girls defeat Griffith 347 to 310. On the boys, Highland defeats Penn 371 to 346. We're going to take a quick timeout. Mark and I will be laneside with both the winners from the Highland High School here in Indiana High School State Championships. All right, welcome back to Western Bowl here in Indianapolis, Indiana for the Indiana High School Bowling State Finals Team Championships. Clean sweep from Highland. Both the boys and girls sweep it here at Western Bowl. And I have the coach from the girls, Philip Hyduke and Scarlett Labuda. And Coach, man, you couldn't script any better finish than that right there. What do you think?
They both good. They both, first half of the day wasn't too good, and they came up the second half and just bowled their butts off. It was great. This is our third year in the finals, second time winning it, so I can't be any happier than with these girls. They are awesome.
All right, Scarlett, you bowled in the same conference all year with Griffith, and it came down to you two. You guys talked about at the beginning of the season you wanted to bowl for a state title against them, and you guys came out with a victory. How excited is it for you to bring home a state championship to your school?
You know, it's really exciting. Highland only has a state title from the girls bowling team back when we won in 2021. So being able to bring back a second one is really something to be proud of and something that really brings a lot of pride to our town.
All right, congratulations. Mark, you got the boys.
Well, congratulations, guys. What a phenomenal performance all day today. Way to show up clutch. Alt got the things, kind of got the party started for you guys there in the sixth frame, I noticed, and it really rallied. You guys came back, and everybody, the last 5 guys threw clutch shots, including yourself. Walk us through it, Trevor. What did it feel like there?
Just got to stay in the moment, man. I mean, we've been working hard all year, and just have to stay in the moment and trust yourself. Trust what you worked on.
It looked like there was a lot of communication going on between you guys, like you were talking about the different 2 lanes, how they were playing different, and it looked like it really paid off because you guys certainly got in sync there when you had to have it.
It was all year communication. Awesome. Every shot is talked about. Everything is nitpicked, and it's for a good reason.
Yeah. Well, great job. Pretty impressive performance.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. How neat is it to share the title with the girls team here for Highland High School?
How's it feel?
Yeah.
They handed me the script, and
Exactly.
I was like, what?
Yeah. We were saying dream season for you guys for the Highland High School
absolutely.
team. Yeah.
Absolutely. Great way to end a senior year.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Scott, I'll turn it back to you.
All right, and we have one quick message here we want to shout out, and go right ahead, Philip.
Hey, Coach Aldo Wawalski,
This is for you.
that championship's for you, buddy.
All right, so that'll wrap things up here from Western Bowl. It's a clean sweep for the Trojans from Highland, and they can't be more excited. What a great day here at Western Bowl.
Yeah, what a great day for high school bowling, and bowling is certainly alive and well.
All right, once again, your state champions. It's easy to say. Highland, boys and girls. Thanks for watching here on Savage Bowling TV. We'll see you next year at the Indiana High School Bowling State Championships.